Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the Stay Focused podcast,
where we explore the highs and lows and everything in between of your favorite business owners.
We're here because your story matters, so stay focused.
People just wanted honesty. Almost a flashlight popping up in my head.
The bride's mama.
After that, every groomsman, every guy there was hitting on them all. You know, enjoy your music, play it loud, and have fun with it.
Boom! Welcome to this episode of the Stay Focused podcast. Today we have DJ Shawn Pena.
Platinum DJ. Yeah, I'm so excited for this one. He is such a great guy. Like, he's so honest, and I'm just excited for you guys to see all of the great insights he has about business and all his crazy stories from being a party DJ.
Man, just the life of a DJ in general is just so wild. It's not the life of a marketing agency.
Definitely not.
I wouldn't say. We're very different,
So we hope you enjoy this episode and you learn a couple of things from it.
Shawn Pena.
Shawn!
Hey, what's up, guys? Y'all doing all right?
Yeah. How are
thank
you?
you for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited. I've always wanted to be on podcasts.
You
so
made
you
it.
make my dreams come true.
Really?
So I appreciate it. Yeah,
How long?
absolutely. Huh?
How long have you wanted to be on a podcast?
Since last week. I'm just joking. No, forever. You kidding me? Come on. All the cool kids are doing podcasts.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be on a podcast. They're fun. They're enjoyable, you know?
Are
They
we
are.
the cool
They're
kids?
changing the stuff. Yes, you're the cool kids.
Changing the game. Shawn, you're a business owner.
That's what I've been told.
Tell us what you do.
I do DJ. I do like entertainment. You know, I make the party a party. That's what I do. I go out, play music. Anything that needs to, like, any event that you really want to make exciting, I can do. That's pretty much it. You know, weddings, corporate events, birthday parties, you name it. So I'm fundraisers. You know, I've done it all. So walkathons. So.
And you've been in this journey of de-aging for how long?
I started about 23 years ago. I was one of those lost kids back in the day. I met a local celebrity, the Bo Garza,
yeah.
musician.
The Bo Garza.
He recruited me to sell health insurance because, like I said, I was a little punk kid, lost. And he kind of took me in, mentoring me. And when we were selling health insurance during the week, he was like, hey, let's DJ during the weekends. So we started DJing during the weekends, make some extra cash flow. And about 10, 11 years ago, I got a job opportunity I thought I was going to take. Bo talked me out of it. He was like, dude, start your own business. He's like, don't go work for somebody else. You've been doing this forever. Just go start your own business. And with this blessing, I did.
That's awesome. I don't think I knew that. I do not think that I knew that was your connection to getting into this.
Yeah, that was it. I had zero experience.
That is so cool.
Okay, hold
I
on.
just kind of fell into it.
23 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it the year 2000?
Yes, it was the year 2000.
I was born in 2000.
Ouch. Why you can make me feel so old?
That's just so wild that you've been doing this longer than I've been alive. I'm also impressed.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Yeah.
I don't have
Are you
commitment
supposed to make
issues.
me feel old on the podcast?
I think it's just that I have commitment issues, and 23 years is my whole life, so like that's wild.
Yeah,
And
well,
really impressive.
Yeah, it's not that impressive because I really have no talents. I don't think I can do anything else for a living. I'm not pretty enough. You know, I mean, just not smart enough, that's for sure.
I have zero other things going for me, but I can bring the party wherever I go.
Yeah.
I love
I feel like
that.
that's a talent, though. Well, I know a lot of people that
so.
can't bring a party to save their life.
Oh, really?
so,
Well, you need new friends
yeah.
because that's what you need in your life is more people.
Shout
to
out to
bring
all
the
my
party.
friends.
This one's directed for you guys.
Bring the party, please. Bring the party to her.
Oh my goodness. So 23 years. So almost 12 years on your own.
Right.
Man, that's a pretty good career. And do you ever see yourself doing anything else, or is this it for you? You are platinum DJ Shawn
You know, I thought
Pena.
about doing male modeling, but my wife says that's not going to work out. But I mean, you know,
Why
I
did
mean,
your
it's
wife say
always going to
that?
grow. You never know. You never know what you're going to do. I always see myself doing my own thing. You know what I mean? I never see myself going and working for Walmart. You know, it's not that Walmart's a horrible company, but it's a horrible company. By the way, we do want to be sponsored by Walmart. So if we could go ahead and edit that out, that'd be great. You know, yeah, I mean, you know, I got interests that I've always kind of wanted to do. You know, I always want to expand my portfolio in other ways. So, yeah, you never know. Life is always, you know, sometimes life tells you which direction you take, and that's kind of been my philosophy. Just Forrest Gump in your life through.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Okay, I read a blog post about you,
Oh, no.
and you said that you try to learn a new skill every year.
I do.
Do you still do that?
I do. Yeah. I don't learn the skill too well, but I learn it enough where I could get by. Every year I try to pick something out that I kind of want to do. One year it was welding. One year was I wanted to do a little bit more carpentry, you know. One year was investing. So every year I try to pick something new. This year I want to learn to bake. I don't know how to bake.
You have
I
to
love
come
baking.
to Peyton's 11th birthday party because
Oh,
we
really?
just hired a pastry chef to come teach the kids how to bake.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
It's
I'm there.
next Saturday at our house.
Next
Come on.
Saturday,
Yep.
I'll bring a gift.
That's all you need to do. She'll be happy.
Are we all invited to that?
No.
Because pastry chef.
Oh,
I
what
know,
a
how
shame. I
cool.
just got an invite and you did.
I know. Like, what is this?
He's gonna also. Little does he know, he's gonna be DJing that wedding.
They're gonna hire you
birthday, not
by
wedding.
being paid by
Hey,
the pastry
as long
chef.
As long as I can learn how to do some pastry chefing, that'd be great.
That's right.
I want to learn how to make bread, though. You know what I mean?
That's
I'll
so
be your
popular right
taste
now.
tester.
Like I want to do bread. I don't know why. Bread seems
sourdough
something.
bread.
Yes. Maybe move on to some pastries. Who knows?
I've never wanted to make bread.
Oh, bread
Alright.
is so good. It's
It's
so
just
good.
so hard and it takes so
Oh,
long.
but do
Just
you
go to the
Oh, it's
bakery.
know
worth
how
it.
it tastes? Oh, so worth it.
Oh, homemade bread is so much better than
Okay,
anything else.
I will have your homemade bread.
I'm not making bread.
You just said.
Nope.
Well,
I
she
will
said
eat
pastry,
it.
but
Okay. Then
I
I
will
will
not
have
make
your
it.
homemade bread.
Yes, I will.
And then I
next-
don't have to
yes.
make it.
I will. Next time I'm on here, I'll bring a loaf of bread. I'll try to make.
Man.
Now, I'm not promising anything. I'm telling you, I'm a horrible. I can't follow directions in my life.
I feel like that's really all
that's-
baking is.
So, like, bakery is not going to be my strong suit.
Well, let us know how that goes.
I will.
I want to know your progress.
Okay, we'll do. Cool.
We got to get some pictures of stuff that you make. Or you can bring it to the office.
We'd love
Yeah.
to sample.
Y'all love to sample? I don't think you're going to want to sample this. I really don't.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Platinum DJ.
What's
How'd
up?
you come up with the name?
I wanted the most generic name. I'm not cool enough to have those cool DJ names. You know what I mean? Just, I want it to be generic.
Yeah.
I wanted something people could remember and it sounded professional.
Not like Delta Jamma.
Huh? Delta Jamma is a great name. I wish I had thought of that. I'm not that. I'm not that clever.
Yeah, no.
I was envious of that name. No. Platinum DJ. It was kind of like, well, go platinum. You know, musicians always wanted to go platinum. So I was like, yeah, platinum DJ.
Have you gone platinum?
Turns out, no, not even close.
You're supposed to say yes.
Oh, am I supposed to lie on here?
Scratch that, Bobby. Scratch that.
Scratch it, Bobby.
I have to speak on your character because I know when I first came into the picture with Jared and he was full force still in Delta Jamma and doing things, and the wedding side of the company was still up and going. And I remember him saying, you know, because Jared, I mean, he's not a guy who's like worried about competitors necessarily, but we'll keep our eye on people. Beeline for you. He wanted to go introduce me to you. Like we had to meet. We were at the wedding expo, I think,
remember
all
that,
together
yeah.
the first year. And I remember being like, you're talking so nice about a guy who's literally in your Field, like who I know probably takes half of the clients that are looking up people to book for DJs. And so he has always just been so impressed with who you are. You cannot make an enemy. You share everyone's everything. You're like the biggest supporter. How has that been? Well, one, is that just your character? Or two, have you felt like it's just helped you along the way? Or
no, the thing is I like competition. I think competition makes a person better, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? You look at all the best competitions in the world. You know, you look at the Larry Bird and Michael Jordan, you know, them wanting to be the best. It just made them better. And I think it makes me better. And there's, you know, I want to see my competitors eat. I just want to eat better. You know, so I'm always going to work a little bit harder. Don't get me wrong. I want Jared to eat. I want to eat better. You know, so that's.
I think you did.
And Jared is a great guy. I love my competition. I'm friends with all of them. I talk to them. I promote their business. I send out their name as much as possible. There's enough business in Lubbock for us all
everybody.
to do well. You know, Jared's a great guy. I could never say a bad thing about him. You know, I like to see small businesses grow. I want to see them. I love to see these small businesses get business. And I am a moron when it comes to Facebook. I don't know how it works. But the one thing I do know, when you like and share a business, that pushes that person's chances of being seen by somebody that's not being seen. That's the only thing I know about Facebook.
I was talking to Bobby about that earlier. Like, I notice every single time that you share all of our posts. I'm always like, who is that? I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And now I finally get to know who it is that is supporting us all the time.
She appreciates it for other reasons because she's the one making the content, right? And getting her work out there and trying to grow the company in a different way. And you are just such a loyal friend. And so that's always been the one thing that Jared's like, this guy's good. Yeah. And couldn't wait for me to meet you. And it was obviously just the best meeting you and your wife. And just seeing where you've been able to take this, and like, you were clearly who we gave our recommendations to, especially when we closed the business. So it's, I think, a rarity to find like, one, you say, I like, you know, the healthy competition, but two, to recognize like, we're all in this together still.
Yeah.
So that's really neat. And I feel it's rare. High School Musical over here.
I've never seen it, but I know that song.
Oh, we will hug at the end of the show.
Okay, I want to rewind to like pre-12 years ago, pre-23 years ago. Did you ever see yourself like from the very beginning owning your own business?
I really didn't. I was always my parents are going to hate to say this, me saying this, but my parents were always get a job and work for somebody. Grow in the job, make sure you're getting an education, go that route, and go work for somebody. And for the longest time, I always had that mindset that in order to succeed in life, you had to work for somebody. Go work for the state, you know? Like there was times where all I was doing DJing during the weekends, I was between jobs. My parents would send me like, hey, city cops are hiring, Lubbock Police Department's hiring, or stuff like that all the time. And it just was never my cup of tea. I could never, for some reason, always in the back of my head, it was saying, don't do it. Don't become a 25-year-old pension person doing that job. You're not going to be happy. And it was just always in the back of my head. My grandfather was he owned his own business, always did his own thing, and he was always my hero, you know? So me growing up watching him do that, you know, he didn't have a lot, but what he had was his. You know what I mean? What he built was his. And I always kind of wanted that. So, you know, that's how I went that route. So I'm kind of lucky I had that little voice in the back of my head telling me, don't do this. Don't do that. Don't go apply for that. So
yeah, I like that. So whenever your buddy told you like you should start your own business, you should do this, like what did that look like from that moment for you?
As dumb as it sounds, it was kind of like almost a flashlight popping up in my head. It was like, how am I so dumb I didn't think about this before? why did it take him to tell me to do this? And he's always told me. Bo's always been my mentor. He's one of my biggest competitions. He's still my mentor. I talk to him all the time. Whenever I need advice or, something, I always go to him. And he's always honest, and he's always been the guy that's always told me, do your own thing, So he was always that. I had my parents on one shoulder and I had Bo on the other. My granddad on the other. Do your own thing. So,
okay. With this long of being in business, we know there have been some really high highs, and we know there have been some really low lows. Do you care to talk about what your lowest moment was as a business owner?
Oh, having problems paying the bills. You know what I mean? Just the lowest lows was just, 2020 was tough. Being told I couldn't provide for my family. That was probably the lowest ever. That was so tough. Being told you can't work. Your job doesn't matter. Having a government telling you you just can't provide for your family.
Yeah.
That was really tough.
Yeah.
Do you think, before that and after that, how did that change your perspective on what you do?
I just, after that, oh man. After that, I don't know. That's tough. Before that, I just always kind of thought I'd always be working, I'll always be able to work. But once I was told I wasn't allowed to, was really tough. Since then, I just kind of been more of a, I guess, anti-government person. I've gone off the deep end since then. So, and this drives my family crazy, but yeah.
I kind of love that.
Start stockpiling.
Stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah, stirring the pot. Yeah, and, so yeah.
Keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think since COVID, all of us have learned that partying is really important.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Having fun. Come on. How many people got depressed during that time? I mean, being stuck in your house, not even have fun. It was such a crazy time. Yeah. I people need to realize having a good time is healthy. So,
Absolutely.
And you always need music. My family's a big music family, and anytime it's quiet somewhere, we're where's the music, man? And to have someone who's in charge of that, I couldn't think of anything better.
Yeah, it's amazing how much music can change your soul. I mean, just sitting back, listening to a great album, or just being in a bad mood. Man, throw on Party in the USA, or I want to dance with somebody. It's just going to put you in a great mood. I don't care. You're going to be in a better mood than before you started listening to music.
I actually almost said when we started filming, it's so quiet in here. Can we play some music? And then I realized that that's not really a thing that we can do. Which is sad.
No, sorry.
Copyright.
So, so those were the lows. Those are hard, Shawn. And
let's get back up to some positives here.
Let's talk about how you stuck with it, you persevered, pushed through, and now here you are, and you guys are doing fun things for houses and building and farms. Let's talk about some of your highs, which I know is clearly where you guys are at in life right now. But what about some of the what are the most fun events that you've DJ'd?
Oh man, some of the most fun is it's an event that I do every year. It's during the Christmas time. It's for the Children's Cancer Clinic up at UMC, and they throw this Christmas party for kids who can't go to Christmas parties. Being able to do that, that really makes me feel good, and are just really I look forward to every year. And the Walk for Autism I do every year. Just seeing those kids get out and just having a fun time is really fun. The families coming out, walking together. I enjoy those events. I mean, I love the weddings. Weddings are probably my forte, is where I kind of really shine at. Just being a part of your special day. There's certain things people are always going to remember, right? The birth of a child, your wedding day, and just being a part of that and making it special is just really fun. And I believe in positive energy. I believe people thrive off of it, right? You can feel when you walk into a room, the energy is all fun. You feel it, your energy starts going up, you know? And I'm constantly around that energy, and it's almost kind of become my drug. You know, it's my what I need now. So I just enjoy that, just love that positive energy when everybody's having a good time and enjoying themselves. It's an addiction. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it's got to be like a rush.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
especially when you're in control of the crowd. Like just you.
Yeah.
I think that is so much pressure. I would not do good at that.
Yeah, it's funny. Just trying to, it's tough. You learn what works, what doesn't work. And it's really funny because like you'll have people come and goes, yeah, I'll play this song and I'll play it in the crowd. See, I told you. I was like, dude, you chose one of the most popular songs for a wedding.
Yeah.
Cupid Shuffle is going to get everybody on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You're not a DJ because you recommend Cupid Shuffle.
Please don't do this for a living.
Yeah, it's like try to find the song after Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah.
That's going to keep them on the dance floor.
Right.
That's the tough part.
Do you ever
Yeah,
get
that's
burned
rough.
out on like specific songs? Because you hear the same words all the time.
There's some songs that are just freaking. Oh my gosh, I just hate.
Cupid Shuffle.
No, you know I don't hate that song. I actually hear it way too much. I still enjoy hearing it. Mambo number 5. That has to be one of the most obnoxious songs.
I
ever
agree.
written.
It's a Nathan for you episode.
This is embarrassing, but what song is that?
The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it starts all naming the girls' names.
Did you know that the first time I heard that song though was like
I
the
don't know
Disney
it.
version?
Me too.
And so I only thought it was a good song about like Daisy
and Minnie
and Mickey. Yeah.
Wait,
wow.
what?
So when I knew for
Why don't I know
Yeah.
this song?
There's like a clean
Oh, you
version
know.
of it.
Is
And
it a
it's
dirty
all-
version? I didn't even realize it was a bad version.
I mean, I don't think it's great. Isn't he? I don't know.
I
think
mean,
he's
I've been
like
pretty
talking
sure it's-
about women
Yeah.
he wants to sleep with.
What? Not a musician.
Eden.
I thought. I don't know.
You tell me musicians like to sleep around? Is that what you're telling me?
But
No.
the Minnie Mouse one is very innocent. And I thought that was the only version. Yeah, together. Yeah.
Why don't you play right now?
What is your favorite way to hype up a crowd? So, like, right, we know you play music. We know you get those good songs ready to go. But it depends on you and your character and what you're giving in that moment, too. I've watched so many times Jared's been like, all right, everyone give it up. And, like, the music's starting to happen. Sometimes it goes over great for him. Sometimes I've watched it like not happen
Yeah.
because the crowd sucks. So what do you do? Do you read the crowd beforehand? You're like, okay, I know how to get these guys going.
You try
It's
to
like
read
you're
them.
studying people.
Yeah, you're looking out, when the dinner is going on, I'm playing music. I'm looking at the crowd, seeing kind of like what they're singing to, kind of getting into. If I see, if it's an obvious crowd, everybody's wearing cowboy hats and cowboy boots, it's going to be country music.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's nothing but really young people, I mean, it's, you got to start off with a Cupid Shuffle, that kind of stuff. So
What's your
I'm
favorite
honestly
song?
shocked that Cupid's Shuffle is like still
I am too.
a thing with like the younger crowd because I honestly
no.
hate that song.
I do too. I didn't want to say it.
yeah, it's either you hate it or
don't.
love it. I mean, you still play it at the bars; they still go crazy and
Yeah.
dance to it. Footloose, I mean, that's another one that they love. Wobble,
I like that one. So what's your favorite one?
my favorite song.
Your favorite song to play?
Oh my god, so tough, man. Yeah, I love the Whitney. Love the Whitney. I want to dance with somebody. It's such a
Yeah.
great song.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a solid
It
choice.
is good. I feel like it's still overplayed. I think I'm a
Really?
really big music critic and I shouldn't
But
be.
you can like scream that song
Every
with all your
song that
friends.
DJ plays at those events is overplayed. So
Oh, everyone.
we're talking about
Yeah.
like out of those.
Out of those, this sounds really the Swedish Mafia song "Don't Worry, Child." I've been digging that song.
What is it?
It's
Why
it's
do
a
none of
EDM
us
song.
know?
It's-
Oh, that's fine. So we would like it.
yeah, it's.
We're big EDM girls.
Oh, Bobby knows it.
I
All
can
I
tell
heard
Bobby-
was
over there.
all I
tell
heard was
Bobby would know
that's all I heard.
What has surprised you the most?
What about life?
In your career, all the things you've experienced in 23 years, what has been the one thing that's surprised you the most?
People. People kind of surprised me the most. How much people just want honesty. They don't want to be sold on BS. They don't want to be. They don't want to be lied to. They just want somebody to do what you tell them they're going to do. Right? That's kind of mind blowing to think of. Just because the way, you watch movies, you watch the people who own their businesses, they're always doing shady stuff. And you see it online, people doing shady works, and they're successful, and you kind of think this is the way business is supposed to run. No. Just being honest, being a good person will get you further and get you more repeat business than being that shady person that's going to go back, stab his competitors in the back, who's going to lie to you, whatever he's going to do to get your business. I mean, all my business is referrals. That's all my business is built on. So that kind of really blows my mind, like how I can do it. And when you tell a college grad who just comes out of college, like, oh, you have to be on Google, you have to do this, you have to do this to succeed. I'm like, well, I don't do any of that. If you look at my Facebook, I don't have Facebook. Or I have Facebook, but it's horrendous. Don't look at my Facebook, people.
You're only sharing everyone else's stuff. You would never know what you do for a living.
And I like that. I want to be behind the scenes. I'm not listed on Google. I don't have a Google thing. I know my business pops up if you Google Lubbock DJs, but it doesn't have a thing where you, like, what do you call it? Like where your business pops up and it shows and you can like rank it. It's not on that.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. So, I mean, and I stay booked. So that's kind of really my biggest surprise. Like I said, is just how to be honest, do what you're going to say, and be a good person, and just will get you further than.
Yeah. And if you're not a good person like Shawn and you do need marketing, call us.
Yes. Marketing is fantastic. I'm not dishing marketing at all, folks. What I'm saying is there's more to it, to marketing. If you don't have a great product, if you're not honest, no matter how much marketing you have, you're not going to be in the business long. You're not going to outlive all your competition.
Yeah. We were just talking about that the other day. Like, you can royally screw up something for a client, and if you're honest and you make it right and you're kind and you're warm, like, they're not going to be upset about it.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might be, but
it's amazing how often that businesses will screw up, then try to hide it, and they lose that business. That's my biggest thing is I will rehire somebody who screws up, but if they made it right and was honest about it, they got my loyalty.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've earned people's trust I've screwed up, but I was honest about it. I made it right, and they still hired me down the road. I mean, and again, it's the people thing that kind of still surprised me the most.
Yeah. People are people.
Speaking of being genuine and everything, what is something that you have decided you will never compromise on in business?
I mean, I think that's your word. Like you said, your integrity and character. I think that's the only thing you could really compromise. I mean, you got people always compromise their product, which I don't even know why that's even an option. Why is that even an option? And also, honestly, integrity and character, I don't even know why that'd be an option to go back on. I don't even think that should be even on the table.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's.
You mean what you say.
Yeah, I don't even. To me, I just can't fathom the idea of that being on the table. That's something that you're going to sacrifice to make more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something that I don't know. Family, of course. Again, I don't know why that's on the table. I mean, I don't even think I would put that as an option. I'm not going to sacrifice my family to make more money or grow my business or whatever. I honestly, I don't know if there's anything that I will do. And I'm honestly trying to find an answer.
I think those were all really good. Like,
I think there's like no such thing as just like the good old boy handshake anymore.
Yeah, I take it back. There is something that I would do. I would love to get a whiskey sponsorship for my DJ business. TX whiskey, shout out. But if Jack Daniels ever came across, I'd take the Jack Daniels because it's a whiskey. But
I mean, you party for a living.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it's just Jack Daniels. I will
Jack.
compromise.
Jackie,
Am I allowed to say?
Where are you at?
That?
Yeah. Why are you not sponsoring this whole thing
Jack
already?
Daniels is still a great whiskey, but TX, if you're listening, give me a call.
I don't think I know what TX is.
Yeah, I don't
I've heard
either.
of Jack Daniels. I've never heard of the other one.
It's great whiskey. It's one of my TX.
I think you have to like whiskey to know, I guess, what they are.
I think that you have to do things to get references.
We got roasted
To
by
us.
our first podcast
At us.
episode person.
Oh, yeah? You got to know
And-
stuff, huh?
We just don't get a lot of references for some reason.
He's also in the music industry. And I remember like her and I were like, yeah, we wish we knew what you were like referencing and saying. And he's like, do you guys do things? And it's like, well, no, not really.
I guess not really.
I think we were telling him like our preferred music
Is
choices to listen
EDM.
to. And it's nothing that he, like, it's not his career at all. It's the farthest thing from it. You said country and I rolled my eyes. We're talking along those lines of things. He's more in the country.
Country,
Yeah,
Interesting.
no, there's nothing wrong with it. You like what you like. You don't have to explain yourself.
that's right.
Just
Just like politics.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's like don't explain anything.
That's right.
It's what you like, you like.
Do what you do.
Enjoy your music, play it loud, and have fun with it. Come on,
Boom.
music. Boom.
Boom. Mic drop. That's it. That's the end.
That's
Roll
my
credits.
job. I didn't get that reference.
Play it loud. What did you say?
I don't remember.
Well, it's a good thing we're recording this.
All right, I'm getting thumbs up from Bobby. So
Okay, I've been dying to ask you this. What is the craziest thing you've ever seen happen at a wedding?
I have so many stories.
I want them all.
We'll talk afterwards. I always feel like these are not my stories. So I've been asked, like on radio shows before, to tell them they're not my stories. So I never feel like
So
I
we
should
get the
tell
tea
them.
afterward.
Yeah, you get the
because that
stories
person might
afterwards.
listen. They
Yeah.
might hear what you say.
Yeah, and then I was paid to be part of the event, so
You're so
it's
professional.
They're not my stories.
Yeah.
I feel like
You've never
So,
seen like someone like say, okay, we shouldn't have gotten married though, right? After
Like
a
at
wedding.
the wedding?
at the wedding.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I have ran into brides a month afterwards who were very single,
Yeah,
so I've seen that.
that's what I was kind of hoping for. Is like
That's what you were hoping
not
for.
hoping for, but
The
that's
story?
funny. Like you get.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
they should
Yeah.
have known that like that was their own fault.
Yeah,
That would be a good story.
yeah. Somebody should have taken like, hey,
Yeah, like pulled
What are you
him, like
doing?
object. You
Object.
had the chance to object.
I think
have
that-
you ever seen that? Have you ever seen an objection?
I don't even think that I even asked that question anymore. Who objects? So of all the ceremonies done, I don't think I've heard that in a long time.
I was
Yeah, I don't
hoping
think-
someone would
I don't
object
think
at
we
our
had
wedding.
that. You were hoping.
There was a few people who I thought would have. They didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for my wife's whole family to stand up on the objection part. I think that's the reason why we didn't put it in it. So, like we told our pastor, don't say that.
Not even going to let him get the chance.
Don't
Don't,
say
yeah,
that.
don't
Like
let 'em
we're
say that.
bypassing that whole part. Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Okay, what about like the most fun wedding? The most fun wedding and why?
Oh, yeah. When I used to be dirt cheap, I'm talking about really cheap. Used to do a lot of backyard weddings. Those were a lot of fun. I mean, people ended up in the pools. Parties would go until 5 o'clock in the morning, kind of stuff. And of course,
my
at the
goodness.
time, I was single at the time, so I was able to do that stuff. So I think those, like just the backyard where the people were on a string budget and they just want to have a good time. Those are some of my probably best stories. The backyard, just let's have fun.
Yeah, that does sound like the best. Do you have any specific stories you can tell us?
Just in the pool is fun.
In the pool.
Were they still clothed or it got to?
No,
Yeah.
no. The bride's mom was not dressed when she got in the pool.
The bride's mama.
Yes. And I would have to say after that, every groomsman, every guy there was hitting on their mom. So she was a very attractive woman.
A mom? I'm a mom. I should not be saying you right now.
Okay, but
Get it,
still.
moms. No, I would never. I would never do that.
Yeah.
All women, you are all beautiful in my eyes. Especially my wife. She's my number one.
You better follow that up real quick.
Don't forget about her. Yeah. How long have you been married?
It'll be 15 in July.
Wow.
That's what she tells me.
Yikes.
Wait.
So who DJ'd your wedding?
It was kind of funny. We at the time I had several friends of mine. I've always been really close with my competition, all the DJs. I enjoy their company. I enjoy talking to them. I enjoy helping them grow. But there was 3 of us, and we all got married the same summer. So we each took turns DJing each other's weddings.
Oh,
that's
cool.
really fun.
So we all did it as a gift to each other.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Wow.
boom. That's how that.
Boom.
So if you met somebody right now that wanted to do this, like start their own business, maybe they want to be a DJ, maybe it's something different. Like, what's something that you know now that you wish you had known before you started that you would want them to know?
You know, I always think being honest with yourself is really the best way, because you see a lot of people that are delusional. They don't really get who they are. Be honest with yourself. Just because you like music doesn't mean that you're going to be a great DJ. Just because you like to drink doesn't mean you can be a great DJ. It's helped me, but it doesn't mean you're going to be a great DJ. Just be honest with yourself and grow slow. You don't quit your day job just because you got, you started booking a few weddings, a few weekends here and there. You're like, oh, I just need to get some more. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do
like
that.
when you're able to, almost make as much money as you were, then you can start, and grow. Always try to make yourself better. Just have fun with it and be honest with yourself. I think that's really one of the big deals.
Yeah.
So
there's a DJ who's currently in and out of prison right now. So I think that just goes to show you, like, too, your character truly is everything.
I know exactly who you're talking to. He's a great guy. Just made dumb choices. And I think that's just part of growing. And unfortunately, when you are in the wedding industry, especially in Lubbock, everybody knows everybody. So it's going to get around really quick. And he made some really dumb decisions that got on everybody's radar. And that, again, it's just, it was just really dumb choices. And great kid. I think he's going to learn from it. He's going to overcome it. He's going to do bigger and better things. I love the guy. I can't say enough good things about him. I can't say any bad things, but it's not dumb. But I promise you, he's a great guy. I can't say any bad things about him.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. He's gonna grow. I mean,
is it easy to get in to the wrong things, the wrong crowds, with the line of work that you do?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just, working in the wrong bars could get you into some trouble. And I worked at the wrong bars, DJing at the wrong bars. That got me in some trouble. But obviously I had to say, hey, luckily I got out of it. It's like anything in life. I mean, you could be selling cars, and you can be selling cars for the wrong company or with the wrong people. You could own your own business doing landscaping and hire the wrong people and doing the wrong jobs, and it's just the bad influences. I think that goes with anything in life. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've seen it. I have buddies who've gotten the wrong jobs, and it was with the wrong people, and they just didn't make it out. So I think it's
so
just.
awful.
I think that's the case with anybody. And again, I think that's being honest of who you are and what situation you're in. and having those friends that will call you out on your BS, I think is really important. I think it's when you have somebody who loves you in your life that's able to say, hey, stop screwing up. Mm-hmm. And I've been told that several times. I mean, I could have gone down the wrong path. I could have done the wrong events, or I could have been caught up with the wrong stuff. And luckily I had the people.
Yeah.
So bring me out. So.
I think that's like, if you think about, someone says, there was this DJ at the bar the other night and he was just like really bad. He kept skipping songs. No one cares. They move on. But if you find out that a certain DJ did something really bad, doesn't matter how well they DJ'd, everyone's going to be like,
that's your reputation for a really long time.
Not going to deal with that guy anymore. Like, it doesn't matter what happens if you mess something up with your product. Like, if you're going to act horrible and you're going to do bad things, like, people aren't going to want to work with you. Okay. And I think that's why you've been so successful, like we've been saying.
Yeah, again, I think I've been really lucky. I've surrounded myself with some really great people. I've had some really great mentors in my life. And, if you want to start your business off, find a good mentor. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'll mentor you if you want. You don't want me to mentor you because I'm an idiot, but I'll mentor you. I mean, I'll do whatever I can to help you grow and be successful. But yeah, it just comes out of character. Just I'll always just be honest and try to be a good person. We all fail sometimes. I fail sometimes because I can be an ass.
So have you ever wanted to give up?
Oh, every year. Every year I look at my calendar and again, I'm blessed to have a great wife, beautiful wife. Every year I tell my wife, I'm like, I need to quit. I need to get a real job. And my wife just tells me, shut up, do what you're doing. You won't last a week in a real job. This is what you do. I was like, okay, thanks, babe.
That conversation.
Headed to my wedding now.
January 1st, that conversation. Every year.
Every year. It doesn't matter. Every year I have this conversation. And every year she tells me, shut up.
It's hard. Yeah. I think you touched on something a minute ago that I wanted to bring up. The mentor thing, that's what it was. Business owners follow through. They seek help. They seek advice. They don't stop. They continue going. Like, you're going to walk through the lowest of low valleys. I remember Jared and I got a business coach a few years ago, and he said, it is lonely at the top. That phrase didn't mean anything to me until I was like, everyone hates my guts.
Yeah.
You don't know, all your employees are talking about you. We have a few employees confirming in the room right now.
I mean, do you want me to lie?
But you do. If you're a business owner, you better find some thick skin because your life is not going to be easy. And that's the whole point that I wanted to bring attention to is like, you can't think you're going to go into being a business owner and like, oh, my life's going to be great because I work for myself. Yeah. All these little Airbnb guys who are like, oh, all you have to do is this on Instagram. It's like, that's a joke. You don't know what it takes running a business. Anyways.
No, I'm very wary of all the people that post on, oh, I made this much money doing this. I was like, really? Let's see it. Like, or are you just trying to sell a BS product of how to do it and you've never actually done it. You've read somebody else's and you just made it sound cooler. You put some cool graphics on it. So I always call BS on those things. Yeah, it is so tough. I mean, there's so many sleepless nights that you have. You don't know if you can. I mean, not knowing if you can provide for your family is oh my, is
That's
so
huge.
tough. And I don't have employees because I don't want to Bobby talking behind my back all the time. But the reason why I don't personally have employees is I know I'm responsible for them.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for their children. I'm responsible for them to making enough money to provide for themselves. And I don't want that responsibility.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying. I mean, and people tell me all the time, oh, you just need more DJs. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
It's you and you only.
It's me and me only because I know what it's like to be responsible for my kids. And I don't even know if I want to be responsible for my own kids. I want to be responsible for Bobby.
In case you've never listened to this podcast before, our producer is Bobby. Apparently, we like to talk a lot of crap about him over here.
Talk a lot about Bobby.
He's in the room.
Always in the room, always listening.
And judging us. So much judgment comes from our producer.
That's right.
I had something. Your kids. Tell us about your like your family. How many kids do you have? Who are they?
Who are they?
Who are they? Yes, they are real. Well, I have a 25-year-old. Had when I was younger, before I met my beautiful wife. He is going to graduate tech. He's a philosophy major. So,
wow.
Yeah. Hopefully he wins the lottery. I'm just kidding. I love you, Dylan. You're going far. I know you are. He's a really smart kid. Really smart. He's looking at going to graduate school at UT or somewhere else.
Wow.
So really smart. I don't know where he gets it from. Definitely not me. Then I have my daughter Zoe, which me and my wife have together. She is 11. Beautiful girl. Of course, gets it from her mom. Very talented, very smart. Loves ballet.
Me too.
Yes. She was in the Nutcracker this year.
Aww.
So
Wait, is she at Ballet Lubbock?
Mm-hmm.
I just started there.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'll meet her.
You'll probably meet her. Yeah.
That's so exciting.
They're probably the same size. Like, they might be in the same class.
Yeah, probably.
Leotards and stuff like that. Then my youngest, Colton, he is 7. He's 7 years old. He'll be 8 in July. He loves basketball, loves football, so he's a great kid. Yeah. I also have a little grandson named Jonathan. He is 4, I think, or just turned 4, 5, but yeah. He's a good kid.
So, is there anything you've learned in business that you have wanted to pass down to your kids?
Yeah, do it. It's there's nothing like creating something that's yours. Not only is it creating something that's yours, you're responsible for you, and I think that's a whole part of being a business owner is taking your life and making your judgments and living the life you want. Living life you want and the way you want to live it. To me, it's just crazy when my wife has to take off work. She has to ask permission. I'm like, what? You have to ask permission to use the bathroom too? It just blows my mind. Mm-hmm. It's just.
Can I go to the bathroom?
No, until the podcast is over.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
But I would love to see all my kids on their own business. And if they don't, that's fine too. If they go work for somebody. My oldest son, I'm pretty sure he's going to go into education. Nothing wrong with it. Writing. He's a great writer. I'd love to see him write. I think that's where he really grows. My 2 youngest are too young. Mm-hmm. They want to be a space cowboy, which I do too.
Space cowboy.
Tell them to start their own space cowboy business.
Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's so much fun. I really encourage my kids a lot to see how hard their dad and I work. I mean, I won't say me as much as Jared. He works really, really hard. But, they come home and they compliment my car. They compliment the house. Like, they appreciate the life we've given them. But I always make sure they know it's because of the work you have to put in to get that life. But, I mean, at the same time, like, it's worth it. It's so worth it to us.
Yeah, you sacrifice a lot. People think that, you have your own business, you set your own schedule. Yes and no. You set your schedule, but if that schedule's not making you money, what's the purpose of having that schedule? Right? So you have to change it. You're going to miss stuff. And not only are you working, you'll have your office. How often does Jared answer his email or text messages at nighttime during family dinner?
All the time.
I do it too. And I feel guilty.
Yeah.
But I have to tell him, I was like, hey, you have to understand, in order for us to do what we want.
Do you want the food on your table? Yeah.
You want the food on your table. Do you enjoy your dad showing up for all your school stuff. Yes, I miss the sports during the weekends, but again, it's give or take. How many parents get to go to their school lunches? And there's not a lot.
Right.
I'm able to do that. I did miss some football and basketball games during the weekend and ballet stuff, but like I said, it's all about the give and take, and I think that's everybody, though, right? I mean, that's if you're a nurse, doctor, or teacher, you're always doing that give and take. So it doesn't matter what you're in, you always have to.
Yeah, it's a different kind of discipline as well.
Yeah.
Being your own business owner like that.
Oh yeah,
takes dedication. I remember, we've tried to start like a slime business for our girls, and all of a sudden Peyton's like, I don't want to do it anymore. It's too hard. She's made like 3 slimes, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. No, you've got to learn what it takes. You've got to follow through. Like, we're not quitting right now. That's not what we do. And I just need them to be strong women, first of all, very independent to where they can make it on their own. But then it just teaches a different level of discipline is not even the word I'm looking for, but you just grow so much as a person being your own business owner.
You really do. And it's a growth that
you're never tested more.
Yeah. And it's so hard to explain until you're in it.
Yeah.
Nobody will believe you until you're in it.
Yeah.
And people are constantly like, well, it must be nice you only work the weekends. It's like, I wish I only worked the weekends.
Yeah. If only they knew.
If they knew. I mean, I'm my own accountant. I'm my own receivables person. I'm my own HR person. And
you're your own brainstorming person. Like, Jared will be up at night writing notes at 3 a.m. because like that's when we thought of something to write for the company, how to better the company. Like, you're always thinking about how to better it, and so it is fun. It's fun, but it's nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. It's tough.
I feel left out.
Definitely didn't know.
I feel left out.
Now you know.
I'm learning.
You are learning
more and more how bad I don't want to do it.
Whatever. You can just start your own business. Just quit today. And
she's gonna start her own marketing agency with everything she's learned from here.
Do you think I should? Maybe I can start a podcast too. Accident marketing, where we just pray that you'll get business. That's our tactic. My work might not.
You're hard.
Yes. I knew it would work. See, I was honest.
That's all you got to be.
There we go. It's time for you to give your pitch. Where can people find you? How do they book you?
Yeah. Everything I do is word of mouth. So like I said, the best way is, ask when you book a venue, ask who you want. Ask who they really enjoy hiring, who they recommend for DJs. Ask them, who does a great job, who's professional, who they recommend. That's the best spot to find the right DJ. I don't want to tell people to hire me just because I'm on the podcast. That's going to be seen by millions and millions of people. I am one of the few DJs that will tell people if I'm not the right fit, don't hire me. So find the right fit, DJ. I might be the right fit. You never know.
He is the right fit. So Platinum DJ. I'll make the plug for him.
Platinum DJ.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Stay Focused podcast. You can find us on YouTube or anywhere where you listen to podcasts. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at stayfocused.creative. And remember that your story matters, so stay focused.